There's something really enjoyable about starting with a tree and then opening that tree up and seeing what's inside it. And sometimes it can be thoroughly depressing and sometimes it can be unbelievably beautiful. My name's Tom Barnes. I'm the Managing Director of Vastern Timber. I'm also a fourth generation owner of this family business. And Vastern Timber is a sawmilling company. We specialise in sawmilling British grown wood. And most of that comes within a 100-mile radius of here. So we sawmill it, we plank it, we dry it, and then we also take it a step further now and perform a process called thermal modification. I like to feel like what we do here is part of a solution and not part of a problem. If you split me down the middle, I'm probably half environmentalist and half timber merchant. Brimstone came off the back of lots and lots of conversations about British woodlands, particularly the broadleaf woodlands, and why they were failing economically. The demand for many of the species we grow had dropped right off with the furniture market. I don't think we could have just carried on sawmilling in the traditional way. I mean, how many sawmills still exist in this country cutting hardwood? They've all gone, and I believe largely because they've not moved with the times. So we had to move on. I think for us to stay relevant in the future, when I believe that as a country and globally, we will be using a lot more wood by all accounts. But the question for us is, well, what format is that wood going to get used in? And I don't think it's going to get used in big lumps of raw timber. I think more and more wood is going to be engineered. We want the wood to be put into long-term end uses. Now, there's been a fashion for 25, 30 years for oak. So beech, ash, sycamore, poplar, that's what our woods are mostly full of. But yet there's very little demand for it. So that means that then the money is not flowing back into the woodlands, which means that the expansion of the woodland, the conservation activities, the enhancement, the management of the woodland is not affordable. We need to create demand for that wood. And so really we've been driven not so much by what the market wants, but by what's available. And how can we turn that into something the market wants? We are producing wood and selling wood in the most sustainable fashion we possibly can. I'm not going to claim it's carbon negative or it's regenerative or any of those sort of fancy terms, because there's an impact to what we do. But I think it helps to minimize that impact as far as possible. And that really is, I think, the best we can aim for going forward. And that's what gets me out of bed in the morning.